Good day, Doctor. My name is Elaine Ooi. My metric number is 28560. Today, I'm going to present our group project, which is the country risk is Philippines. Philippines is a country with the total population with 113.9 million people, and its GPT is around 394.1 billion. Philippines is a net importer and also a debt country. It is a country which is developing and a recently industrialized country. In this assignment, we will assess the country risk, which included the economy, politics, social, environment, and financial risk. It is important due to investors will assess the risk to decide to open a business in the country or not. Next is the political risk of the Philippines. As you can see in the bar chart, we assign the corruption with the highest weight, which is 40%, and the highest score, which is 90%. This is due to, for 2022, Philippines has the most recent corruption perception index score of 33, which nearly in the top third of the country with the worst corruption. Next, we assign lack of transparency and accountability in governments with weight of 20% and score of 45%. This is because it will cause serious problem of corruption as it creates an environment conducive to corruption, bribery, and undermine public trust in government. Besides, we assign the human rights issue with weight of 30% and score of 85%. This is due to human rights protect the fundamental of freedom and provide a framework for the rules of law to ensure the government accountability and prevent abuse of power. For the political violence, we assign the weight of 10% and score of 65%. This is due to it often results in the violation of basic human rights, and it will cause immense suffering, loss of life, and disruptive of infrastructure. So for the overall political risk, we assign the score of 77%. That's all for my part. Thank you.
My name is Wong Wan Cheng. My metric number is 285595. I will present about the economic risks. First, income inequality in Philippines is very substantial due to the tax system, which is more detrimental to the poor than the wealthy. We assign a weight of 10% and a score of 70 because the Gini coefficient in the Philippines has remained above 40%, recording 40.7% in 2021. Next, high inflation rate in Philippines is mainly caused by the food inflation. We assign a weight of 25% and a score of 75 because the high inflation rate will reduce the purchasing power, spending, and export that threaten the country's economic growth. Besides, the trade deficit happened in Philippines is because of the Philippines is a net import country. We assign a highest weight of 40% and a higher score of 82 because it will cause the depreciation of currency, reduce the GDP growth, and threaten the local labor market. Last, the Philippine currency peso depreciate against the dollar from 51 in 2021 to 56 in 2022. We assign a weight of 25% and a score of 80 because it caused the trade deficit in the Philippines continue to increase and also increase the government debt. The total economic score is equal to 78.55%.
Hi, my name is Subashiniletchumy A. My matrix number is 29006. I would like to explain about the financial risk. Firstly, next would be high level of non-performing loans in January 2023. The bad loans in Philippines rose by 1.6 to peso 405 billion, increasing the NPL ratio to 3.28% from 3.16% in December 2022. The rise is due to inflation and interest rate increases, making borrowing costlier and reducing consumer income. Moreover, the financial risk is money laundering and terrorist financing. The Philippine financial system faces a moderate risk of illegal activities like money laundering, terrorist financing, and funding weapons of mass destruction. Its geography and growing economy make it vulnerable. The final one would be high government debts in Philippines. Philippine government debt reached peso 13.91 trillion, rising by 54.24 billion from the previous month. This increase is attributed to both domestic and foreign loans with the depreciation of the peso against the dollar, making foreign loans costlier. The total financial risk score is 80%.
The Philippines has a calculated overall social risk score of 68, which is above the midpoint and indicates a moderate level of social risk. This score suggests that the country faces significant social challenges that require attention and proactive measures. Philippines' social risk indicators are crime rate, education levels, social inequality, and ethnic tensions. High crime rates can negatively impact the country's economy by reducing investor activity, which can lead to a reduction in economic growth and job opportunities. This can exacerbate social risks such as poverty, inequality, and social unrest, which can create a sense of insecurity and fear in the population and negatively impact a society's socio-economic development. Next, high literacy rates can reduce social risk because they lead to greater social and economic development. People who are more literate are more likely to be involved in society and the political process. This can result in greater social stability and lower of social unrest. Furthermore, when people do not have equal opportunity to prosper, social unrest and distrust in institutions grow. When people feel trapped in their socio-economic class, they may engage in dangerous behavior or turn to crime. As a result, poverty and inequality may increase. Lastly, ethnic tension can lead to social unrest, violence, and even civil conflict, posing a significant social risk. When different ethnic groups are in conflict, it can be difficult to overcome us versus them mentality. This can result in discrimination, prejudice, and even violence, which is detrimental to social stability and economic growth.
Good morning, doctor. My name is Ong Chun Kit with metric number 28484. Today, I would like to explain about the environmental risks of the Philippines. The first will be the air pollution. According to the AQI World Most Polluted Countries, the Philippines ranks 118 out of 141 countries. Besides that, Philippines has made 8 out of 9 targets by the UN Environment Program to maintain the air quality. So we assign a score of 45 and weight of 10% for the risks are more influencing the financial activity in the Philippines. The second will be the water scarcity. Philippines having a big gap between the import and export volume of water, which is 1.27 million, and Philippines only store 68 cubic meters of water per capita, which is far lower compared to other countries. So we assign 70 marks for the score and white of 40% since water underpins many Philippines economic activity, including the energy, agriculture, ecosystem, and industry business activity. Besides that, 140 million of the people across the Philippines, 7,641 archipelagos, generate one of the 3 plastic waste in the world. And this problem mainly from the food and consumer goods company, which is with the high demand market, so difficult to deal with. So we assign a score of 80 and weight of 16. While marine pollution also cannot be ignored, 2% of the 350,000 tons of plastic produced flow into the ocean. In addition, Pasig River in the Philippines is the most polluted river in the world. So we all can imagine that how serious of the marine pollution happen in Philippines. The score and weight are set as displayed in slide because marine pollution will directly affect ecological change and any economic activities related to the ocean. The next will be the water level rise, which is score of 85 and weight of 15. As an island nation in the tropics, the Philippines is facing a comprehensive threat from rising sea levels, significant increase in floating events in the Manila area over the past few years, especially in 2018. The last one in environmental risk will be the natural disaster. Based on the World Risk Index 2022, the most disaster-prone country is the Philippines. Many times of the Tipan Haiyan flows and landslides and climate change are happening in Philippines, and the trend are growing up. So we assign a higher score of 89 and highest weight of 25, since the issue will directly influence the living of business and financial activity, even the living of the citizen. So in overall, we're having a score of 79.1 for environmental risk, which is definitely serious and need to take attention by the government of Philippines to reduce this risk. Thank you. For our conclusion, the weightage and the score of each risk in Philippines country risk already been displayed in the slide. After our discussion, the politic risk having the highest weightage and the environmental risk is the second highest risk because both risks will directly make impact on all aspects of business living and the operation of financial activity. And other risks will be set accordingly based on their impacting on finance activity. Hence, we conclude that the country risk of Philippines is 77.33. For our recommendation to the investor and any related financial trader or international business, Philippines is not an appropriate location to run a subsidiary business or make any kind of investment based on this kind of high score of 77.33. While for the recommendation to Philippines, we suggest that the Philippines need to solve each risk in descending order according to the impact or the weightage of each risk on overall country risk. And the information and the way will be displayed in our slide is our suggestion for each risk. That's all for me. Thank you.